Okay, guys, we are going to do a short video today. I'm just going to go over some word problems that might help you when you get to the homework. Okay, this is really covering chapters 3.1 to 3.7 in your textbook, okay? But it's all word problems. So you will need page 41, okay, from your notes. And you are welcome to print out a template packet. I didn't give them to you in class. They're linked on your agenda, but if you want, you can just do these in your notebook too. It makes no difference, okay? So we are starting on page 41, and we are going to start with problem number 4, okay? And any of the formulas, sorry, I should take a step back. Any of the formulas you might need are all up here at the top, okay? I try to put them all listed there. Okay, so we have a painting was bought at a garage sale for $500. 2 years later, it sold for $1,500,000. What is the percent of increase? Okay, so that's percent change. Whether you do this on the template or whether you do it in your notebooks, I want to make sure that you always define the variable. Okay, so we're going to say x equals the percent of, and you know it's an increase, right? Because it went from 500 to a lot, so it's an increase. Okay, and write an equation, inequality, blah, 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 our system. This is an equation. So we know that our formula is x equals the new minus the original over the original. Okay, so in this problem, our new price is $1,500,000. Okay, minus the original, which was 500, all over the original. Okay, if you go ahead, I'm going to let you use your calculator on that one. We're just going to pop that in. 150012. Don't know why I put that part in. I hope I know how to do that. And you're going to get x equals 2,999%, and we know that's an increase. Okay, so that one wasn't too bad. I didn't even really need all that work because there wasn't much to it. Okay, so that is problem number 4 from page 41 in your note packet. Okay, let's go ahead and let's try another one. Okay, I'm going to turn to a new template page. Okay, and let's see what's another good one. Let's go to number 13 at the bottom. Okay, so we're on page 32, and we are going to go to number 13. I think that one's worth doing. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Simi bought a study table. Let's see if you can actually read that. Simi bought a study table for $12,000. She sold it at a profit of 20%. Okay, A, how much profit did she make? Okay, well, our X, our variable, is the question they're asking, so profit on sale. So you can go ahead and write that out. And then we know for a profit, we have revenue minus cost. Okay, and let's see what she said. It says she bought it for $12,000, she sold at a profit of 20%. So let's see, we're going to need X equals, what do we have here? We have $12,000, right? And we sold at a profit of 20%, so that's times 1.2. Okay, so that's the money we brought in, right? And then we, what did we buy it for? We bought it for $12,000. Okay, so that's going to be what? 14,400 minus 12,000, and that for part A is going to be X equals. Put that in your calculator. Oh, I don't need to do that. I can do that in my head. $2,400. Okay, so how much profit did she make? She made $2,400. Okay, let's look at part B. What was her selling price? Okay, we already talked about it. It was, she said she sold it at a profit of 20%. So I took 1.2% of 12,000, and that's going to be 14,400. Okay, so we already did that part. Let's look at C. It says, find the selling price if the cost was $1,200 and the loss, okay, so it's a loss percent, if the loss percent was 25%. Okay, so we're going to have, what was it? Selling price is $1,200. Okay, so we have $1,200. That's our selling price. I'm sorry, the cost. That's the cost is $1,200, and the loss percent is 25%. Okay, well, I hope you recognize you're going to have to take that times what? 75%, right? 1 minus 25%. Okay, you're going to get 1,200 times 0.75. And if you pop that in your calculators, you're going to get x equals $900. Okay, and there you have it. So that's how you do part A, B, and C. Moving right along, I just want to do a few examples for you. Let's go on. Let's see what I've highlighted here. Let's look at number 16, actually. Okay, this is using our interest formula. Okay, so number 16, that's on page 43. Okay, see what we say here. You invest $5,500 for 5 years in a simple interest account. You earn $893.75 in interest for the 5-year investment. It was 5 years, okay? What is the annual interest rate? Well, I hope you can flip back to your page and know that our formula is interest equals principal times rate times time, okay? And here it looks like they're asking us for the R, okay? So R is our interest, okay? So let's go ahead and fill things in. We know that our interest, they tell us what it is, right? They tell us it's $893.75, okay? Our principal, what we started with, what did we start with? We started with $5,500. Okay, so the principal is always what you start with. The interest is the money you make on that principal amount. And then let's see, how many years was it? Because that's our time, 5 years. And we don't know our interest rate, okay? So I'm going to call that R, okay? So we solve this 893.75. 5,500 times 5 is going to be what? 27,500 times R. We're going to divide by 27,500. Just do that on both sides. We get R equals 0. Oops, it would help if you could see, right? 0.325. Now, remember, we always want it as a percent, so we have to move that over 2 places. And we get R equals 3.25%. Okay? I want to just briefly talk about number 17, okay? This is a homework problem. Okay, that's homework. But I want you to make sure that you understand something. It says Samantha invested $50,000 at 2 different banks for 1 year. She put part of her money in Bank A, which paid 8% interest. She put the rest of her money in Bank B, which paid 7% interest. At the end of the year, she earned a total of $38.20. Okay? How much money did she invest in Bank A? Hint, Bank B would be what? 0.07 times X. Okay? Think about it this way. If you have X dollars and you invest, if you have X dollars at 7 or 8%, and you know that you invested a total of $50,000, 50,000 minus X is going to be times the other percentage, okay? That is my little hint for you, okay? Think of it that way. Okay, let's move right along. What else do I want to do? Let's go down to 20. 20 is a great problem, okay? And 20, I hope, helps you with number 18, okay? So we're going to look at 20. Let's get another little sheet here. Okay, so this is problem 20, and this is from page 43. Super tricky problem, but a good one, okay? So it says, AJ is traveling north on a road while Rohan is traveling south on the same road, okay? They pass each other at 3 p.m. AJ is traveling at 30 miles per hour while Rohan is driving at 40 miles per hour. At what time on the clock will they be 105 miles apart? Okay, so let's think of it this way. You just draw a little sketch. Okay, one of these guys is traveling south, the other is traveling north, and that's where they meet, okay? That total distance is going to be what? 105 miles. Okay? Now, the other thing you have to remember is your formula. Distance equals your rate times your time, okay? Let's think about this for a second. My total distance is 105 miles, okay? Now let's think. Let's go ahead and say that X is, what are they asking me for? They're asking me for a time. So let's say the number of hours. And they want to know, well, that'd be what, 10 o'clock. Okay, so they say number of hours since 3 p.m. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We know rate times time. Well, what was the rate of my first guy? 30 miles per hour. So we know it's 30x. Okay, right. Rate times time equals my distance. But that distance is made up of two different guys. Okay, the other guy, what does he travel? 40 miles per hour plus 40x. And that's going to equal 105 miles. Okay, because distance equals, so there's my distance and my rate times my time. And that's my rate times my time. Okay, I have to add those together. So I get 70x equals 105. Divide by 70. I get x equals, I hope you guys can see that, it's 1.5, okay? So let's think about what that 1.5 means and what the question is asking, okay? 1.5 hours since 3 p.m. They pass each other at 3 p.m. At what time on the clock will they be 105 miles apart, okay? So think about it. 3 p.m., okay, plus 1.5 hours is going to put us at 4.5, which is 4:30 p.m. Okay? Super tricky problem, okay? So think that through, and it's similar, but not exactly the same for number 18, okay? My hint to you is that you're not necessarily going to add them together, okay? It's a little bit different, so think that through for number 18. We are in the home stretch. Let's see what else I want to do. Let's flip to page 44, okay? And let's look at number 27. Okay, so number 27 on page 44, okay? This one's not too bad. 3 consecutive integers. Integer multiples of 5 have a sum of 255. What are the 3 integer multiples of 5? Okay, so let's make this simple. Let's just have x be the first integer, okay? So there's x. It says the sum of, okay, the sum of 3 consecutive. Consecutive means right in a row. So if I'm 5 and I'm multiples of, let's see, I'd be 5, 10, 15, because those are the 3 multiples in a row. So I have x, okay? I'm going to add them together. So there's my first integer, my first, my second, and my third, plus something. And if you add them together, you're going to get 255. Okay? Well, if they're multiples of 5, if the first one's x, the second one is 5 more, x plus 5. The third one is x plus 10. Okay, because x plus 5, and you can think of it as x plus 5 or x plus 10. Okay, and then you guys can solve this. X plus x plus x is 3x. 5 plus 10 is plus 15. I sure hope you can solve this by now. We're going to go ahead and solve. We're going to subtract 15 from both sides. And at 3x equals, let's see, 240. Divide by 3, get x equals 80. Okay, so that's your first integer. Okay, your next one's 80, 85, and 90. Okay, it's kind of a fun little problem, I think. And I think I want to bore you guys with one more word problem, or two. I haven't decided yet. Let's look at 31. I'm just looking to see in my notes what I want to actually hit with you guys. Okay, yeah, let's do 31. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, don't ignore that it's crossed off. I actually like this problem. I want to do it. But every year it confuses people. Usually I assign it as homework. Today I'm going to do it in the notes. We're on page 45. Okay, so you have to think this one through. A group of ducks and cows are in a field. They have a total of 95 heads and 284 legs. How many ducks are in the field? Okay, so that's the question, number of ducks. Okay, that's the easiest part, right? Now let's think this through. If it says they have a total of 95 heads, that means there's 95 total animals, right? There's 95 total animals, okay? And we know that we have a total of what? 284 legs. Let's put that 284 at the end. That's going to be my legs. Okay. I have 95 animals. Some of them have 2 legs, if they're ducks. Some of them have 4 legs if they're cows. Okay. So let's say 2 ducks have 2 legs, right? That's the total. 2 legs times the number of ducks. I don't know how many ducks I have. Plus the cows. The cows have 4 legs, right? 4 times the number of cows. I don't know how many cows I have, do I? But I do know from the problem that I have 95 heads, which means total number of animals, right? Because think about it. An animal only has 1 head, so I have 95 of them, okay? If there's X number of ducks, there must be 95 minus X number of cows, right? X number of ducks, 95 minus X number of cows, and then you multiply. I'm not going to do that problem thoroughly because I think you guys can all solve by now. You're going to distribute, et cetera, okay? And maybe I'll check that. Once you finish that, finish for homework, and I'll give you the answer tomorrow, okay? And then I lied. I want to do one more, but we're just going to do the setup, okay? Because I think 33 is also a worthwhile problem. 33 from page 45. Promise this is going to take a minute. Twice the complement of an angle, okay, is 18 degrees less than the supplement of the angle. Find the measure of the angle. Okay, complement, I hope you guys know, adds to 90 degrees. Supplement adds to 180 degrees, okay? So read it through word for word. Twice, okay, let's just say X is the measure of an angle. Measure of angle, okay? So twice the complement of an angle, so 2 times, and the complement of the angle are 2 angles that add up to 90. So the complement of an angle is going to be 90 degrees minus whatever that angle measure is 18 degrees less. So we're going to subtract 18 from something. The supplement of the angle, okay? Well, that's going to be 180 minus X, okay? And you set them equal to each other because it says is. That's all there is to it, okay? Twice the complement of an angle. So if an angle is 45 degrees, 90 minus 45 is the complement of it, okay? That's how you get those 2. And then you're going to solve, you're going to distribute, and you're going to go through. I think that's enough for today. I want you guys to get going on the word problems. Have fun with them. I think they're a lot of fun. And that's it for today.